Hey all. So I'm not doing a podcast episode right now. I am still working on my setup, and I promise it is going to be at least by the first of the year I'll have my first episode up. However, I did want to just hop on here real quick. Like, disregard what's going on here. I'm bleaching my hair. I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone. I had a whole lot of running around to do. I wanted to bleach my hair, and I also have to feed my chickens and give them some water. But I came out here to give the chickens their food and water while my hair is processing. And it rained last night. It rained all day yesterday. And so it kind of reminded me when I walked out here, because I had to put my fashionable boots on, which I don't always come out here with boots on, but today I have to, because let me just tell you a quick story. When I purchased my property, I came out here and I saw it 3 times. The first time I saw it was like early in the morning. It was just because that was when the realtor could meet me, and I was kind of in a rush, and I was like, yeah, I want to see it. I wasn't planning on liking it. In fact, I don't think I did, because there were other ones that I was interested in, and it was during the time where the market was really terrible for buyers, and I had like put in offers on like 3 other houses. All of them got outbid, and so I kind of revisited this house for the second time. That time I came out here, it was the middle of the day. The sun was in like this perfect spot. Like, this whole area right here was full of sun. And I was like, oh my God, this big old area, which was completely bare, all of this was like just totally bare, it's perfect for a garden. That was in my head, right? Well, and then even like the side area. Then I came out here with the inspector. So that was the 3rd visit. After I put in an offer and it got accepted, I came back for the 3rd time. And I wanted to come like in the evening. I thought I was covering all my bases by coming at different times and making sure that I liked the area, making sure that, the sun was in the right spot for my garden, making sure that, just all these different things, the variables that you have, right? So in my head, that was what I was doing. I even made sure that when I came back for the 2nd time, it was after a rain. Not a hard rain, but a rain. And I wanted to make sure there was no leaking, like the roof wasn't leaking and stuff like that. So that was one of the things I was looking for. I did not think about flooding. Like, not in a sense of like the yard flooding. I don't know. It just didn't cross my mind. So, moved into the house, and there were some things that I learned. I, of course, learned that at that time of year, the sun was in the perfect spot, but if I wanted to have a fall garden, there's no sun. Because all of the trees, the sun moves to the front of the house, and all of the trees are blocking, including my house, blocking, right? So that was the first thing I learned. So I'm probably not going to have too much of a fall garden while on this property. The second thing I learned after we had a really bad storm was that my property floods bad. So I had planned on putting, some goats, maybe my chickens, maybe even a garden. Because, I had all of this space, okay? I had planned on putting that right here. But you see this? It rained all day yesterday, and it goes all the way up here, which is daggone near close to the front, and then all the way back here to the chickens. So let's just go step in it and see. Okay. You see? I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, we can't use any of this. So I realized that part of the video where I was going to transition into doing some of the farm chores got cut off. And some of the videos that I had planned on not recording got recorded. So I'm just going to voice over part of the videos that I was able to salvage. And yeah. So, something that I have already recorded in the past, but probably didn't explain exactly what I was doing, is the need to spread some type of straw or shavings around the chicken coop, especially when it's really muddy, because it starts to smell really bad. The other thing is, I want to absorb as much moisture as possible so that they're not walking around in mud and their feet are wet. I know that a lot of times when it's the wintertime, we don't get a whole lot of eggs. And the reason for that is, well, there's a few reasons for that actually. So, one of them being that the days are shorter. And so, with the shorter days, they don't lay eggs in the dark. And so, it's not enough time for them to produce and lay an egg. Another reason is it's cold. And so, their body is using up the energy to stay warm instead of producing an egg. And another thing that I've heard, but I'm not exactly sure of the science behind it, maybe a part of that being cold thing too, is their feet being wet. If they're walking around in puddles of water or in mud, they're not going to lay eggs. So I'm spreading around some straw because I had some left over instead of me buying some more pine shavings. And I'm going to put as much in here and then let them kind of scratch it around. I'm also feeding them, which right now I'm using some Egg Max, hoping that it has a little bit more protein. And then I'm going to add some red pepper flakes. And this is supposed to be able to warm up their internal body temperature and allow for them to not use as much energy staying warm. I added some to their food and I also added some to their water. And I'm hoping that that works as well. Some people will add some lights to their chicken coop and some people will add a heater. I am not going to bring electricity all the way over here. So I'm just going to do these couple of tricks and hopefully I can start to get some eggs, maybe not a lot, but at least a few so that I don't have to go and buy store-bought eggs because that's no fun. I also got to come and give these chickens some water, but I think it's time for me to rinse my hair out. So until next time, y'all, be blessed.